Hey guys, this is Sol from the Book Bloggers. I am back with a new video for you today. I want to do a reading blog. I've only done one and I kind of like it, and I want to keep track of the books that I'm currently reading and that I want to read. I guess there's no other introduction to this video other than, well, I'm starting this video on Sunday and Romancelandia is kind of a shithole right now. I don't even know what to think other than I'm so angry. I don't know why these authors try to change the conversation into something else. You've said it again and again and again, and we've said it so many times, and these authors have even said it before. Reviews are for readers and not for authors. I don't know why they inserted themselves into this situation, into this review. Why will you die on this hill of a plantation owning hero? He has more than one sugar plantation. It's in the text. Some authors have apologized. They accepted that they were in the wrong. So thank you to all the authors who spoke up in favor of the reviewers, you know? Thank you. And yeah, this is gonna be a reading blog. I just finished reading The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune, and let me tell you that it's awesome. Everyone should read it. It has a happily ever after, so I guess you could say it's a fantasy romance. It has so much story to it. Like, I absolutely adore it. Thank you to Mina from Mina Reads and Fatwa for Word Wonders for always speaking about this book, and I got really intrigued because everyone said it was like soft content and it's wholesome content, and it was so cute, and the found family aspect of this book was beautiful, and the romance was very nice. So I was like super intrigued, and it felt like the perfect book for me, so I read it. Now I cried the last half of this book. Like, I had snot coming out of my nose last night. I couldn't stop crying. Characters were so good. Like, I love how layered they were and how much substance they had. And the romance was epic. Like, the slow burn romance you'll want in your books, seriously. Like, I think that if you're a romance fan, you will like this book. The first book I'm reading is The Hitman by Katrina Jackson. I finally pick it up after so many days or videos, actually, where I said I was gonna pick it up. I think I included in 3 or 2 videos before, and I said I was gonna read it and that I was so excited to read it because I think it released in July, so it was a bit ago. But I finally pick it up. I am in the mood for some sexy action. I heard fantastic things about this book. Everyone keeps hyping it up and loving it, so I'm actually really excited to get to it. I've read 3 chapters. I think I'm like at 10% into the novel, and it's amazing already. Like, I already love it, and the main characters haven't even met yet. But if you didn't know what The Hitman is about, let me just give you a little synopsis. And Sarah, the heroine, gets the surprise of her life because he finds out that her fiance just cheated on her with 2 women, and one of them was her best friend. She was about to get married. I think it was the day of the wedding, and she runs off to his hotel where he is staying, knocks on the door, and who else is going to answer the door but her best friend? So they both are like, it's not what you think. Like, they always said that, and she punches both in the face, Sarah. And it's glorious, and I'm so happy she had her cousin there with her, and they both went away, and her cousin then pulls up his wallet, her fiance's wallet, and, well, Sarah grabbed his credit cards because she is going on a vacation, on her honeymoon solo. And then at the end of this chapter of the last one I read, we got Julio, who is the hero, and he's a hitman, or he's part of the mafia. He's going on a vacation too, and I guess they're both going to meet on this vacation and everything's gonna be epic. So yeah, I think that's the main thing about the book. One is a jilted bride. Oh, well, not jilted bride because no one got to the altar yet, but she was cheated on. So she leaves. She's going to go to Italy. Julia is also going to go to the same place she's going, and they're gonna meet on this hotel. And I'm excited to read this, so I'll let you know about all the updates. I hope I get to finish this today, but I am not sure. After reading The House in the Cerulean Sea, I really got into the fantasy mood. Like, I'm finally going to get into fantasy again because I haven't read any fantasy this year, right? I've read 50 books and none of them are fantasy. Every single one is contemporary. Also, I haven't read historical romance, and I got recommended a Miss Beverly Jenkins book. I think it's Destiny Surrender, and I'm very excited for it because I'm in the mood for an accidentally pregnant trope romance, and this one has it, and I want to read it. So I got that from the library. I don't know if I'm gonna read it for this reading blog, but if I do, I'll keep you posted. I got some books over the last week, and I wanted to show you. And I got The Puppy War by R.F. Kuang. And this is also a fantasy book, but I don't think it has a romance. Like, maybe not in the first book. I don't know. I'm very confused because I've seen fan art about the main character and some other guy. But I don't know if they end up together. So I'm not gonna call it a romance. Maybe there is some sort of flirting and crushing, or I don't know. I am really excited to be reading this. There is readathon for this, the Puppy War readathon, and a friend is doing it over on Twitter, and I don't know if in Bookstagram too, but I'll link it down below. It starts September 1st, and I think you have like a week to read like some chapters. You can read along with everyone, and that's amazing. I think I'm gonna participate on that. I want to get excited with a lot of people, and this book has been talked about a lot, like a lot. The third book is coming out, I think, this year. And I actually read like one chapter and started the second one. Yeah, I started the second one. And the first chapter is so good. Like, I wanted to keep reading, but I have arcs and books to read before I do. But I think I might just read this with the Puppy War readathon, you know? It's an amazing book. Like, what I've read, it's amazing. So I got another book, and that one is Better Weddings Than You by Mina V. Esguerra. And this is a romance class book, meaning that it's a Filipino author book. And every single one of the romance class books are romance, but you get like young adult, new adult, and adult romances. You also can categorize them through heat level, and they have that on their website. And I'm gonna link down below their website so you'll check them out. They have really cute, wholesome, sexy, steamy books out there. And I think that when you start reading romance class books, you can never go back. You have to read their whole backlist, and they have more than 100 books out there, so you better get started. And Better Weddings Than You is a book that I love so much. Like, I've already read it. I think it came out in 2017, and I loved it. I'm so happy I got a copy of it because it's so cute. Like, I can reread it every single time because I think it really is a comfort read. It's about two wedding planners who get to work on a single wedding. One is a veteran wedding planner who is the heroine, and the hero is sort of coming into the scene. He's rather new to the whole wedding planner stuff, and I love that dynamic and how one teaches the other. And this romance is epic. Like, I fully love it, and I highly recommend it, so everyone should go and get it. I love it. So yeah, Better Weddings Than You by Mina V. Esguerra. And then we have The Puppy War by R.F. Kuang. I love fantasy books that have a map. Also, there is my dog, Roxy. Roxy. She isn't paying me attention. And yeah, I've already read chapter 1, and I loved it. I'm ready for the puppy war return now. Hey guys, a little update for me. So I read a few more chapters in The Hitman by Katrina Jackson, and it's quite a sexy novel. I am loving it. I'm like 30% in or something like that, and it really packs a punch, you know. So I got to the scene that Sarah doesn't want to have sex with a stranger, but she meets Julio, and they have like instant chemistry, and they want to like find out what is happening, you know. But she doesn't want to have sex. But that doesn't mean they can't play, you know. They get into her suite, and there is a mutual masturbation scene if you're into that, and it's quite hot. I am telling you this, like the level of hotness in this book is already so high, like wow. And I'm ready for more because I know this book is gonna bring so many entertaining moments, and I'm ready to fall in love with this story. So yeah, I guess I'll update you tomorrow because it's quite late now, and I'm gonna read some more, but I'm not gonna film at 1 a.m. So I'll update tomorrow morning, fresh and awake, and tell you more of what I've read. I am currently writing my Trope Tuesday column for Frolic, and I am doing books pairing. I am doing a post of pairing romance books with Chris Pine's movies. So I'm choosing some very legendary Chris Pine's movies and pairing them with romance books that somehow fit either in a romance trope or in a way that Chris Pine's character acts, or some sort of stuff like that. So guys, I am back the next day, and I finished The Hitman by Katrina Jackson, and I think it's one of my favorites of this year too. I have so many favorites, I've come to realize, but it's okay. We all have a lot of books to read, and there are very good books coming out this year that you all need to read. So The Hitman, I adore every single aspect of this book. It's really sexy. There is action involved too, and the romance is superb. It's magnificent. It's chef kiss, okay? So I highly recommend everyone to pick it up. I don't read mafia romances. I don't tend to pick them up, but I think Katrina Jackson might be the one that makes me into a mafia romances fan. So The Hitman is a very good novel to start with. I love Julio and Sarah. I wish them the best. I want them to be happy forever. I swear that. I adore them. The whole relationship in this book, the time length it took, it's perfect. It's super well written. I absolutely believe that they can fall in love in such a little time. Like, who wouldn't fall in love with a hot, sexy Italian mafia guy, you know? Like, he's also really sweet, and I love when he talks in Italian and he says these words, and you know, they are dirty words, but they sound so good. And I am so happy that Sarah found happiness and that these two are meant to be together. And this book also made me want to pick up the first one. I haven't read Beautiful and Dirty, but I want to meet Salvatore and Shay. Like, I got a little bit of Shay in this novel, and obviously Salvatore is in this novel too. And I want to meet this leader, the boss, and Shay, the one who brought him to his knees. And I'm excited for all the books to come in this series. The next one, I think it's gonna be about Alfonso and Zoe, who is Sarah's sister. So another trip to Italy. I am signing up already Like, I am ready to go. What am I doing here? What am I doing here when I could be in Italy having the time of my life and meeting sexy Italian guys? So yeah, I have an option is One Moment Please by Emmy Dawes. I got recommended this on Twitter when I was asking for accidental pregnancy romances, and I am excited. It sounds so wild and perfect. Like, everyone was hyping it up and like replying to my tweet that you've all read it and loved it, and you said it was so fun, and many of you wanted to know what this title was about and stuff like that. So I'm gonna read it for you. I am gonna tell you if it's good or not. I have high expectations. I really think it's gonna be like a fun trip, and I am ready for it. Like, I want fun, happiness, and sexy times and swooning moments. That's the perfect recipe for a romance for me. And yeah, the Hitman got all of them. It's I seriously hope you all pick it up, because I swear that book is going to become the favorite of so many of you and us. Like, I think it has become one of my favorites. I deeply think that. Hey guys, I am doing an update. It's already nighttime, but I went through One Moment Please pretty nicely today. I am 70% into the novel, 71, 72, something like that. I am almost done. I hope I get to finish it today, because I really, really want to. So what's up with this novel? I guess you want to know, right? Is it good? Is it bad? Well, it's kind of okay. I am so bummed out that I am not enjoying it as much as I want to enjoy it, and there are very good reasons why. Mainly because, I don't know, there's like some phrases that are not really getting to me. I don't know, like I find Josh very, very rude, and not in a rude, sexy way you almost always find when it comes to grumpy heroes, but like, he's really rude without any reason at all. The first minute was super weird because she was minding her business, eating a pie on a cafeteria table, and he just comes out of nowhere, sits in front of her, and starts to telling her mean stuff, like really mean, and he doesn't even know her, and I got really pissed for her. And yeah, but I think it has calmed down, like now that they know each other, now that they having a baby together, everything has calmed down a bit. Like, he's not super rude, but he's still like icy sometimes. And yeah, like, he has some secrets that I haven't found out yet, but I wanted to go check out Goodreads or any review for trigger warnings or content warnings, because I was kind of scared. I got anxious about the big reveal, the big secret, but I think it's not what I think. And when I find out the secret, I'm gonna tell you the content warnings, because you are going to be just as nervous as I am when you read about what is going on with Josh, because obviously there is something bigger going on, why he acts that way towards children and his life, you know. But okay, like, aside from the beginning, like everything that happened with Josh and the first reaction between them, everything's going well. Like, I am enjoying the accidental pregnancy trope. Like, they are not in a relationship. Like, be aware that they get to have sex a lot of times in this book. Like, this is steamy, and there are some sexy, really sexy moments, but I don't think like anything is romantic. Like, there aren't feelings yet, and I am 70% in the novel. Like, I was hoping that she was already thinking I might have feelings for you, but she hasn't mentioned anything. And I guess that's okay, but I don't want to get to the 90% of the novel, them breaking up, and then make up only to tell each other, I love you, I've loved you for all this time. Like, when 70% of the novel, they are just like, this is only sex, I am having a baby with you, but we are not in a relationship, this is only sex. I just really wanted some romance. I am not completely loving this book, but I'm gonna finish it, and I hope the ending makes up for it, but I'm not sure. But I am already thinking what book I want to read next, and I think I am going to add it to this reading vlog because it fits somehow. Like, I want to read Jody Slaughter, All Things Born, her first novel, and it's a mafia romance, so I think it fits with the reading of the Hitman, you know. So I'm gonna give you 2 mafia romances, and hopefully it rocks my world because everyone is like telling me it's so good. So I'm quite excited to read this. I wish I could give a 24-hour reading blog, but I don't know if I can do that. I need my sleeping hours, and I read so slowly. Hello friends, I finished One Moment Please by Amy Dost last night, and here are my thoughts, my final thoughts about this book. So I think it was okay. I guess I will rate it 2 stars. So okay-ish. For the last 30% of the novel, there were the usual small things, small phrases the characters thought, the characters said, that didn't really set well with me. Josh became a bit aggressive, like when this moment was happening, I guess the climax, the third act breakup scene was happening. He punched the wall, he like destroyed a whole room because that happened. I was really afraid for Lindsay, because what if like at one point Lindsay wants to leave and Josh doesn't let her? That was a bit weird. Like, I don't really like that scene. So yeah, I think I will rate it 2 stars. So it was not a good book for me. After that, today I finished another book. It was In Love's Name by A. Mary Johnson, and it's a short novella. I think it's like 70 pages long, and it was awesome. I really like it. It was so breath of air. It was such a fresh breath of air after reading One Moment Please. That one was so angsty and slow burn, and this one was Insta Love, the Insta Love I love so much, and it was so funny. The romance was amazing. It was really romantic. The hero already loved the heroine very early on, so I was super pleased about that. He called her baby, and it was so very cute. I hope the author thinks about revisiting these characters once again in a future book, because I would love to see where they at. Because yeah, a novella is a very short story where you get like a little thing and they get together at the end, but you don't get a lot of their relationship in a short novella, like after they make up or after they get that one kiss that fixes everything, you know? So I would love to have like a revisiting of these 2 characters and a couple. Obviously the main characters have friends, and maybe their friends will fall in love too. I will see Liana and Gennaro again. What is this book about? So Liana gets the news from her landlord that he will remodel her unit, like the half of the duplex where she is staying, and she doesn't have a place to stay, so her neighbor proposes to her to live with him. These 2 have been feuding neighbors for so long that they don't really get along at first. Well, Gennaro feels attracted to her since the start. Liana takes her sweet time to actually think about having some sort of relationship with Nero, and I am so into this couple. I really recommend this book if you like insta-love, feuding neighbors, roommates kind of situation, because they do end up living together. And I love the first proximity trope because they spend a lot of time together, the protagonists, and they get to know each other pretty closely and spend their days together when, I don't know, when one of them get back from work. So they share a lot of personal details with their roommates. So I love everything about this novella, and yeah, I hope you'll get it because it's really sweet and funny. They're super funny. Like, Nero's friends are hilarious, and I love Liana when she talks with her best friend Mia. So I highly hope there are books for the best friends of this couple. I don't know if they're out now, but if they are, I'm definitely gonna read them. But if they're not, sign me up for the future sequels of this series. That's the end of my reading blog. I read 3 books. I enjoyed 2 very much, and I did not enjoy one of them. You get your bad apples sometimes, but I'm actually really good with this reading blog. I recommend the Hitman and In Love's Name, so you better get those. I hope I come back with more recommendations for you in a future video. I have planned another reading blog, a fun one with some steamy content. So I hope you are excited about that. If you like this video, hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. I will give you all the romance book recs in this world. So if you're into that, this is the perfect booktuber channel for you. So bye my friends, I love you.